Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honeyseastar Tarot. So this is going to be your weekend read for March 22nd through the 24th. And I just wanted to say a quick shout out. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. All your likes, shares, subscribes have been amazing. And I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate each and every one of you. Gentle reminder too. Remember, this is an energetic check-in, but more importantly, your story is yours and free will is yours. And so this is meant to more remind us of what the energies in the air, how we can work with them, and more importantly, how we can use those opportunities to change our story to the best of our dreams. And so to get us started together, let's clear the energy. So let's take a deep breath in. Spirit, help guide us this weekend so that we can best recognize the signs coming in after the spring equinox here, so that we can live our best dreams into reality with love and grace. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so I just want to start with the tarot here first. Now, on the 22nd, we do have the moon here in Virgo, so we're kind of in our element, which is great. More importantly, we had that dreamy sense from this last week coming from the equinox, also from a lot of those Pisces conjunctions with Venus, and also to a little help with Leo, with giving us the confidence in our skills again. And so we should be at this point, after doing some spiritual meditation with listening to Spirit and the messages that the spring equinox brings to us, we're back in our element and feeling analytical and feeling how I would put it is very detail-oriented with knowing how to take pragmatic, resourceful steps forward. And with the Seven of Wands, basically what this can kind of signify is that at this time, some of us could be feeling a little defensive or even sensitive right now. And especially that sensitivity, with the connection to Spirit, that's what I get away from or take away from it. But if anyone has been feeling vulnerable or stuck in indecision, now is the time really where with the Virgo moon, it can really help you with looking at the pros and the cons. Making head over heart decisions is very difficult, and can be, something where it's like, do you live in regret? Or was it me? Was it not? It can cause a lot of anxiety, a lot of analysis paralysis, more importantly, which leads to that stagnancy. But what we can do with that is really look at the pros and the cons. Head over heart decisions are not necessarily a bad thing. Doing what's best for us is absolutely important. And with the Six of Wands in reverse, what I'm seeing with that is that Spirit wants to remind you that this is a temporary aspect. It's a temporary hiccup. At this point, there could be some strong untapped potential that's going on due to that feeling of running away or lacking confidence or having indecision. But so Spirit wants to remind you, you are creative, you are innovative. Now is the time with looking at your resources, working with what you do best, connecting with the earth and sitting in your earth energy here to gain wisdom and help from Spirit. That's what's going to really help with being able to move forward. And with the Eight of Swords, if any of you have been feeling mentally imprisoned or feeling bound or stuck or constrained, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. That way we can all support each other, because I totally get it. This has basically led to a lot of anxiety. What Spirit reminds us too with this energy is that there is a Geminian energy to it as well as a Taurian energy. And so if anyone's been dealing with a Taurian or a Gemini, by all means, let us know in the comments below. But you could see this feeling here of feeling powerless with this type of energy. What Spirit reminds us too with the 8 is that you have stability, as within, so without. And with the Ace of Cups, remember that you hold the upper hand. Use your intuition, because you have all of this untapped potential. And so after gaining that clarity and feeling the strengthening and the heightening of our connection during that spring equinox, now is the time really to remember to choose love, to remember that to remember where we hold our energy, I guess is how I would put it. And so if you're feeling in lack, if you're feeling anxiety, that's lowering your energy vibration. Now is the time to raise that up. And the best way to do that is really to look around, to understand that, you'll always have enough. And to be grateful for the things that you do have, even if it's as simple as, hey, I've got a warm home and it's a cold night. Those types of things really are what helps us raise our vibrations so that we can change our perspective and, more importantly, open those chakras and really embrace that strength of creativity. And it's really through that spirituality. What I look at is that, really, Spirit's got your back. Spirit is speaking to you all the time. And so grounding with nature will really help you with standing in that earthly energy so that we can get out of that Eight of Swords victim mentality. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, what I see is that, karma is on your side. This is a turning point, and it's a turn for the better. Good fortune and good cycles are headed your way. And really with the 10, this is the pinnacle of the success. And so what I see in this is that really this is voluntary change for you. If you have been feeling stuck or feeling, basically kind of missing out on an opportunity, the duality and standing in the power of the High Priestess and using your intuition is, and more importantly too, to uncover the shadow, because really what this does is it lets us know what our past wounds or what past wounds haven't been healed yet. And so by embracing that inner shadow, by seeing it and shedding light on it and embracing that strength and that psychic energy of the High Priestess, really you will find that balance, because the saying always goes is turning wounds to wisdom. However, really the beauty in that is finding the strength from that wisdom that you gained. And with the Tower in reverse, what I see here in this is that some of those wounds basically have left you kind of been repressed, I guess is how I would put it. But now is the chance to rebuild. What I'm seeing here is that this is your new beginning by standing in that masculine and that feminine, and more importantly, the duality of the light and the shadow of yourself. That's the strength that you have. And really with the Fool at the bottom of the deck, this is your new start. What I also see in this too, is that we do have the moon helping us, where it's going to be moving from Virgo to Libra this weekend, which will basically, if you have been feeling, like I say, this pessimistic activity or feeling, or this constraint, this is your new start. You will have with the Libra moon, it brings a lot of optimism, and basically some good mindful and cheerfulness to you. And with the Four of Swords, that's going to be a huge relief after what seems like a battle. This is your recovery period, and so I would certainly take this weekend to really fill that bucket back up, but more importantly, to find that balance within again with that Libran energy. Also, too, what I see in this is that relaxation is kind of needed at this point, or withdrawal. Remember, you've been working really hard. You have absolutely been diligent every week, every day on your talent and development of your craft. Now is the time not to give up. Now is the time to recognize that triumph that you have, how much you've gained and how much strength you have behind you, and how much help you have behind you. Spirit's got your back, like I say. And so, this is a concentrated time where really the Six of Pentacles, it's charity, it's generosity, it's that energy flow. And so now is the time really to get that energy flowing again. And at the bottom of the deck, what I see here with the King of Cups as well, just before I end this here, is that you will be finding a lot of calm with this, which, now is the time to really connect with others, but more importantly, focus on that knowledge, that experience that you've gained through all of this, and find the calm from the waves after that. And more importantly, help others, lead others in that. There's a lot of philanthropic aspects to the King of Cups. So if anyone is, starting a new business venture or starting a new idea, the best thing that I can really recommend with the King of Cups that he represents is to flow with that, to connect with what is meant to be, not to fight against the energy, but to flow with it. And like I say, with the death, this is transformation. This is, it can be painful, absolutely. But more importantly, it's the start of a new phase. And it's the end of a cycle. And strength is on your side. The best thing that I always find too with finding that calm and that emotional intelligence, especially with the King of Cups and the Strength card together, is that really love with raising your vibration is the strongest vibration. And it's fabulous energy. It supersedes time and space in a lot of ways. That chord, that time. So leading with love is really the strength. This also represents the ego strength. And so, and the ego, isn't meant to be just, or isn't meant to be all negative, I guess. I don't know how to put that. It didn't say it right, but know what I meant. But really what it represents is the strength in the ego that you're triumphing with love over hate. And so that's really the courage and the power that Spirit wants you to embody this weekend. Oh my goodness, okay. I tend to always end up pulling this one at the top of the deck. That's hilarious. But again, Spirit's reminding us here that you are the lynx, the keeper of secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. And so follow that intuition. Remain connected with Spirit. You also, too, you see other secrets and you keep them sacred. And so right now you can really see people for who they are in their light and in their shadow. But in silence and solitude, you will find your strength. And towards the middle of the deck here, we pulled the raccoon, the inventor. Basically, decide what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. And so if anyone's doubting themselves, remember, you are resourceful at this time. And more importantly, now is the time to attract, to use those laws of manifestation, but doing so with love and integrity. And then also, too, what I pulled is the penguin. And so the penguin represents authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. And so I think with this weekend here, what Spirit's really saying is now is the time to go within, and also, too, to be gentle with ourselves. A lot of times, it's all about the second shot is how I like to put it. Sometimes things don't go as planned. Sometimes you don't get things right, but following that intuition. And if it's a last minute of fear that's kind of held you back, trust that was there for a reason. That was meant to hold you back. For one reason or another, whether you were ready or not, but either way it wasn't aligned. And the biggest thing is, like I say, is nothing that's meant for you will ever pass you by. It's just you don't necessarily find that wisdom until hindsight is already nice and clear for you to understand why. So what I did as well is I wanted to take a look at the Major Arcana, and boy, oh my goodness, we have a boatload this weekend. So if anyone has been feeling some chakra blockages, like I say, worried that they've made the right choice, lacking confidence in knowing and trusting that they have, now is a great time to utilize grounding and music therapy, sound baths even. And so for those that do music therapy, we've pulled a lot of notes. And so try and pull some improv and gain some clearing here energetically wise with the C, B, I've got A sharp, G and G sharp, and E. And so play around with that. Let me know what you guys think. If this resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Share your story. That way we can help each other with a big, huge YouTube hug to each other and lift each other up and support each other during this time. But either way, what I love about this reading is that it really shows a balance and a conquering of some shadow work that maybe was repressed during some time that needed to really come to light. Now is the weekend where not only is it coming to light, but you are finding the strength in understanding and healing that balance, but more importantly, embracing the strength of both the light and the dark of the wisdom that you bring to this world and the gift that you bring to this world. So I hope this helps. Take care. If this resonates, like I say, please like, share, subscribe, help support the channel. Every bit absolutely counts. That way we can get this message out to as many Virgos as we can. But either way, thank you guys so much for listening. I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.